Hi, this is a short video instead of a long email about the 2016 Clergy Compensation Form tools that we have for you going into charge conference season. I put them all in the Dropbox under compensation forms, and I have all the PDF versions of those and these are exactly what was emailed out earlier to all the pastors as well as mailed out. So for example, Julie Nygaard, this is what we actually sent her. And if you want to find somebody, one of the quickest ways to do it is to go Control F. And then if I want to find, for example, Eric Granager, type in Granager and there he is. And then I know to print. When I go to print, if I wanted to print a copy of this, I can print pages 63 and 64, and that would be Eric. We have forms on the web. These are the website forms that we've uploaded. The only ones that have changed from last year are the Clergy Comp instructions. They've been updated for the current year, as well as the Clergy Compensation form, which you should have received by email earlier. The spreadsheets, there's one that's just called data, or Clergy Comp form data. And that one, that's what it is. It's all the data that went into those clergy compensation forms. The nice thing about this is if you want to look through and be able to do any kind of analysis on the compensation in your district or around the conference, you can do that. The one that needs more explanation is this clergy comp form excel.xlsm. This one has macros. That's what the M means, macros. So the first time you open it, you probably will get a message saying, do you want to enable macros? And that'll appear usually up here by the formula bar. So you can click enable macros, and then if you get any more warnings, just click yes or trust or whatever. What this will do is for the 2016 season, it'll create basically a more usable copy of their clergy compensation form. So it'll send pretty much exactly what went out, except for you can edit it. So it's not the Adobe ones you can't edit as easily. So that's why we have this. Eventually for mid-year changes, we'll add another drop-down box and another button to help with that. So this drop-down box, this lists all the current appointments alphabetically. So if you want to find an appointment, you can either use the slider bar or you can just start typing it in. So if I wanted to find Rapid City first, for example, I would click that and then I would click OK. And then it says Rapid City First Senior. That's Greg Kroger. So you can then click Create 2016 Form. And that opens a brand new Excel file. See the one behind it? And then this is a new one. So if I was planning on saving this or sharing it with somebody, I would go ahead and save it as, and just save it to my computer, and I'll just call it Greg. So all this stuff in this yellowish area are things that you can edit. Everything else is kind of locked down. The appointment, for example, if Greg decided to leave the denomination, you can do that. Or if you decided to go to less than full time, all you do is click on that cell and then click the drop down box. I'm going to put him back to where he is, and that automatically also can affect your benefits. So let's just start going through Greg's clergy compensation form. Let's say, for example, that he is increased up to $80,000 and housing exclusion stays the same. The HealthFlex pastor share automatically is updated. So if, for example, if Greg goes to part-time, he's kicked out of HealthFlex and he's no longer eligible, or if he leaves the denomination, so that goes away. The MRA, and then there's dependent care, but Greg has two-party coverage, so unless he has to take care of his wife, The one thing that's we added here that could be useful is that they have to contribute 1% of their compensation if they want to get full pension credit. So we've done that calculation right here. So if Greg is always trying to aim for that 1%, he can put in 1,000. If you want to change, if they sell their parsonage, you have a drop-down box for that as well. And that would, if they sell their parsonage, you'd add a cash housing allowance. The direct bills are all calculated as well. So if, like I said, if Greg leaves the denomination, the health flex and the pension direct bills all go to 0. So let's put him back as a full elder. So we'll add parsonage utilities and reimbursable. And now this bottom section should be useful. First of all, there's this that just shows the breakdown of the pension direct bill. Some people still like to see that. But there's these ones. So for example, if Joyce Ann becomes a full-time clergy couple are billed differently. So the Berenses and the Hermans and the Mutzenbergers, what that did is it cut the direct bill in half. They end up sharing that direct bill. If Greg would opt out of pension, that would zero that out. If Greg happened to be a part-time full elder, part-time full elders are not eligible for regular CPP. There has to be a special arrangement, and either Greg himself or the church would have to elect to pay that. So if there was a special arrangement made, you click yes, and then that's a standard amount for the special arrangement. And then the last one is if there happens to be a change in coverage. So if Greg finds out that he's going to be a dad again, that would be a shock, but also it would affect his participant share. So his participant share right now is 6,561, and if he ends up becoming a daddy again, it goes to 7,039. And so hopefully then either you can print this or you can email it and send it to the church or to the pastor, and hopefully it'll make our clergy compensation forms a little easier to fill out, plus more accurate. So if you find any troubles, let me know. Otherwise, have fun.